Yeah, yeah. We just chillin' and vibing. Good conversations with good people. Oh, good conversations with good people. Yeah, yeah.
Yo, this your boy Larry, and I'm chilling and vibing with Ty Divine. What's going on, man?
Man, I'm chilling and vibing.
Hey, man, I appreciate you for coming on the platform, man.
No problem, no problem. I appreciate you for having me.
So, where you from, man?
Los Angeles, California. I got roots in Inglewood and Compton. That's like the two spaces I'm familiar with, but ultimately just Los Angeles.
Hey, LA, man. Man, you out there with the stars. I mean, you won yourself, but you out there with a lot of them.
Facts. It's diverse out here. It's a lot of stars, a lot of talent. I'm just, thankful to be around it and like soak up everything I can from it.
Who's one celebrity that you met, while living over there?
I met Ty Dolla $ign, Roddy Ricch, Adam 22. I met T Grizzly out here. He not from LA, but I ran into him on Fairfax. Definitely. He was cool, definitely.
That's dope, man. Being around stars, you a star yourself. That's pretty dope, man.
Facts.
And the thing about it, like a lot of people don't realize, what I'm saying, granted, a celebrity is a celebrity, but they still human, they still regular people. They just got star status.
That's real. When you meet them, everybody has this aura. They like, oh, I'm afraid to. They're just like me and you. They just happen to make it to a certain level to where you know them. But they human at the end of the day. So go up to them, say hi, be respectful, and just reciprocate the energy.
Living out in LA, man, I gotta ask, you're a Laker fan?
I can't even lie. I was never a Laker fan.
What?
Yeah, man.
What?
I
So who
was
your
not.
NBA team is?
So I'm a fan of players rather than a team. So when I was growing up, my favorite player was Russell Westbrook, Kevin Durant, OKC. When they was a team, when they was a unit, that was my favorite. Right now, my favorite is Kyrie Irving. That's one of my favorite players right now. He just so saucy. Like his style is
Uncle
crazy.
Drew.
Yeah,
Uncle Drew.
facts.
Yeah, hey, man, Kyrie got them handles.
Man, I wanted to be the handle guard. You feel me? Splash that up at the end. That was pretty much what I modeled my game after.
So you used to play basketball in high school?
Yeah, I played basketball in high school all 4 years. I started in middle school. That's where it started, but I played basketball all 4 years. 10th grade, I moved up to varsity, and I was just playing varsity ever since then.
Hey, I'm gonna tell you one moment that I remember when playing basketball, and I want you to tell me one of yours. I
All right.
remember when I was playing in the it was in a little rec league, and I had crossed this dude up and made him fall. My God. Like I did the yeet and then pulled back. And Buddy went that way. I went this way. And the
Man,
crowd went crazy. And then I shot a tree. So I felt saucy.
I'm already knowing. Hey, that feeling is amazing. Definitely.
So what about one of your moments you remember, while playing basketball?
In high school, I ain't even gonna lie, we ain't have a good team like that. It was just about the experience. I didn't really have any like crazy highlights, but one moment that I could remember is I hit a game winning shot, game winning three, kicked it out to me in the corner, splashed it. I felt like him for real.
For real.
Yeah,
Like everybody looking at you like, oh, you did that.
yeah. Facts. I like what come after, cause the grind, you at practice, you making sure your grades is right, and then when you perform on the court, you hear about it the next day at school. So that was like the best part.
So Ty Divine, how did you get into music, man?
My brother introduced me to music. He was, we grew up in the same household, so he just heard me singing or harmonizing one time, and he like, man, you should start doing music. So my first actual song I made was a Versace remix by the Migos. I was about like 15 years old. I made a Versace remix, and then I didn't really pay attention or try to get indulged into it. But after high school was like the real getting in the field, I started off holding the camera before I even started making music. and I made my first couple of songs, dropped the video to it, and then I just started learning the ropes ever since then. So I'll say from about 2017 to now.
That's dope. Like when you dropped that first song and you got that reaction from the fans, how did that make you feel?
So coming out of high school, that's pretty much what was my fans at the start. So, that was hyped. All they used to seeing me is play basketball, football. So when they see this light, it's like, oh, man. And I started getting fans from out the country. My first fan was Jamaica. They called me on FaceTime. They started crying like, your music is fire. I love it. And that just changed my whole perspective on what I'm capable of.
Yeah, that reach, man. Like hearing people that you never met before, that you don't know, listen to your music, man, and they love it. That a feeling you'll never forget, man. Like, dang, I
At
put my
all.
heart, yeah, I put my heart and soul in the song, and somebody can relate to it and get inspired by it and love it.
Definitely. I gained a lot of fans when I first started making music. They were like making TikTok videos, making nail videos to my songs. I'm just like, man, it's about to take off. So I just kept feeding them.
So being a singer, man, a singer, y'all get them ladies, man.
Hey,
What is one experience that you remember, you encounter with the female, after hearing your song? What did she say to you?
she was already fond of my image. So when the music came, she just was like head over heels. That was the first time I got put on a plane off of my music. So I was just excited to be around. I'm fresh 19. I got it going. She got me a ticket out there to the Bay Area. I'm seeing different things. I'm feeling good. I'm like, hey, this what that singing do. I gotta keep applying that pressure.
Facts, facts. That's so her hearing you sing, she bought you a ticket so you can fly to see her.
Yeah, fly to kick it with her for 3 days. Crazy time. But yeah, she was a cool person though. I didn't know how to drive, so you feel me? She chauffeured me around. She was about like 22. I was like 19. So
That's dope. That's dope, man. And that's crazy how, your talent can present those things to you.
facts.
You got any vocal classes, man? I need to start learning how to sing.
So my mom, she would play Tony Braxton a lot, and I would just try to mimic what I hear. So that was my real training right there. I didn't go to no classes, no nothing. Whatever I heard, I tried to do it to my best ability, and I learned how my voice sounds on other tracks. At first, I used to rap. I didn't sing. I learned how to use auto tune. I learned how to even turn off the auto tune to have it to sound good. So that's pretty much how I learned, just mimicking other artists.
So, like, what your mom said about, you being an artist, being a singer now. How do mom feel about it, man?
She loved it. She went to my first show. She loved the attention. She just know I'm gonna be a star. She always had that eye for me, and she very supportive. So that keep me going within itself.
So, dance song. How did that song come about?
I was very inspired, very inspired. I was listening to alternative. I'm getting into pop. So I'm hearing it's this one album by the Cannons. It's called Shadows. So I was just listening to that album and Post Malone. He had a new project. I was just loving that music and I was just so motivated in life. I got my crib, everything going for me. And then I just made that song. I reached out to this producer that had that sound that I was looking for. And that's when it all started. I'm like, I get tired of fronting. I'm like, oh yeah, it's a wrap. As soon as I laid the first bar, I knew.
Your song, 40 Hours, 20 Days. That song right there, man. Listen to them bars, man. I feel it's deeper than what you said,
Mm,
what you singing. It's like, man, because I feel that, man, because, like, I get 40 hours and I don't get no sleep.
real. That's real. That's real. So I was working at my job before I made that. So I got home and I'm just like, man, I got so much on me, so much on my plate. I'm working 40 hours, 20 days. Like, I got to put this on a track. And all the emotions that I was just feeling overwhelmed and just down. The tough time really made that song what it was.
People don't realize, the grind that you gotta put behind being an artist. Like sometimes you don't sleep. Being an entrepreneur, like you gotta go out there, you gotta grind, you know what I'm saying? Like they see the limelight, but they don't see the grind behind it.
Definitely, 100%. I just was on a podcast, the Leak podcast, and I went slept for like maybe a couple hours, got back up, shot some content. Now I'm up doing what I need to do in the studio, being productive. That's all it's about. Some days I got bags under my eyes because I can't sleep. And it's only because I want it so bad. I want to reach that for myself and for my team.
Yeah. No lie, man. I probably sleep like 4 hours a day since I've been doing this podcast. 4 hours. If it be that, like people like, dang man, why you up 1 o'clock in the morning? Got to be to work at 5 o'clock in the morning,
Yup.
and I probably wouldn't sleep like 9 o'clock.
Mm, that's real. Hey, I relate to that so much because I miss out on so much sleep. Cause my mind is
Yeah.
consistently thinking. I'm planning. I'm plotting. All right, I gotta meet this certain financial goal to invest into this. That's gonna get me here. Or just planning. Oh, I got an interview here. I got a video shoot. Connections. So it's a beautiful feeling. Don't get me wrong. When everything play out how it's supposed to, but not getting sleep could catch up to you as well. Just gotta find out.
Yeah, and it's hard, man, when you want it so bad. And like I'm at that stage right now, like, with the podcast, I want
Mm-hmm.
it so bad because like I'm like this. Each podcast is an important podcast, so I got to get it out there. So whoever I got to do, like I done did podcasts with people in Korea, Canada, London, and, everybody on different time zones. I try to adapt to what time zone they're on and what's convenient for them.
Mm-hmm.
So like one day I had to get up like 3 in the morning to shoot a podcast.
And when you communicated to me your time schedule and everything, like you was on it, and I had to make sure I got everything right because I'm still thinking about being an artist, getting content out there, and still making that time. So like you on it. I'm saying chilling and vibing podcast. I appreciate everything that you have to offer and the direction that you're going. I support it 100%.
Yeah, appreciate you, man. Cause I got people that haven't come on yet, like since probably like October, September. But it's just our time zones. I got a guy in Israel, and
Yeah.
he been with Elite. He was hanging out with Alicia Keys, a few years ago. It just man, time. I mean, granted, he gonna come on, man, but it just when the time, cause like he's 7 hours ahead. So
Mm,
it's just about adapting, man, making
yeah.
that time, making that sacrifice.
100%. You're right. But you're doing it well, so I salute you for that.
Appreciate you, man. Your song "Love Hurts." Everybody, I ain't gonna say everybody, but I done been hurt before. So
Mm.
let me know how that song came about.
So that first breakup, that channeled that energy for that song. And it was kind of a love song, seeing how much I wouldn't want to be without her, but at the same time acknowledging the hurt that she provides. So I just tried to make those coexist within each other and experiment with a different sound. I record so many sounds of music and I just want to see, the ranges that I can reach. And I did it with that song. So I'm real proud of that one as well.
Oh yeah. So who would you like to do a collab with, man?
When it comes to collaborations, I would love to get in the studio with DJ Quick and Ty Dolla $ign. Like DJ Quick and Ty Dolla $ign is like my top people that I would love to work with. DJ Quick, I grew up on his music and his beat selection is just crazy. And Ty Dolla $ign, his vocalizing and harmonizing, I feel like I could learn a lot from him on how he structured his songs and just we'll make a dope track. Definitely.
Your newest single, "Easy." How did that come about?
So I was riding on the freeway and then this producer sent the beat and I was just playing it out loud. I'm like, oh, this one of them ones. Like I'm familiar with this feeling right here. So I couldn't wait. Like my crib at the time, I had all my equipment in there. So I'm just like, man, I can't wait to get home to record this. So dragged everything to the computer, You know, I got to get my necessities, my little drink, my food, whatever I need for the atmosphere, and then I'm vibing to it, and then that's how it came about.
Man,
I was actually writing to it while I'm driving. That's how fire the beat was when I first heard it. I'm like, nah, I can't forget about these lyrics, and I would do voice memos too for the cadence. So when I play it back, I can know how I'm gonna deliver it on the track.
yeah, being out in LA, man, got Chris Brown out there, you know, Snoop Dogg, Ice Cube. Man, y'all got some people out there, man.
For real, and they all working. They all working still. LA is what you make it for the most part. You know, you can have a great experience or you can have a bad experience. It depends on who you know, where you are, and how much, you want it. Because there's a lot of stars out there in Hollywood. It just depends on who wanted that bad. And not saying that you're guaranteed a star, but the scenery of LA is just so beautiful and makes you want to strive and get more. You feel me?
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
So what advice would you give to, you know, an upcoming artist that's trying to get into the music business? What would you tell them?
Stay consistent and believe in yourself. You can't have somebody else believing into yourself before you believe in your own self. So just stay consistent and plan it. Plan it out. Write down notes. Be strategic with everything that you do and just invest into yourself. Financially, mentally, whatever it takes. Even if you need a mentor inside of music, latch on to that and grow. Just grow. Be a sponge. Learn everything that you can. Reach out. Know the basics.
Todd Divine, if somebody want to listen to your music, how could they do that?
You can go on Apple Music, Spotify. I even put it on SoundCloud, for the people that are not fond of either one of those platforms, but that's the main. So it's Ty Divine, TYDIVINE, on all platforms. So make sure y'all check that out. Star Life, that's the newest EP out. And if y'all want to hear Easy right now, it's on my EP called Vibe to It. So make sure y'all go get that.
That's what's up, man. Well, Todd Divine, I appreciate you for coming. But before we go, let everybody know what we doing.
We chilling and vibing. Yeah,
Oh yeah, appreciate you, man.
no problem.